Hey everyone, welcome to Zealots. I'm Forrest,
I'm Major.
I'm Robbie.
and today we're going to go over Book of Boba Fett Episode 4 and Peacemaker Episode 4.
It's nice how they're synced up. I'm glad they're both episode 4s. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but it brings me internal joy.
4 on 4.
Which episode 4 is better?
I'd say Peacemaker?
Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Definitely, I would say one show definitely has you more, definitely has me at least more looking forward to the next episode than the other one. And that's Peacemaker, of course. Yeah. What about you, Rob? Which one are you liking more so far? 4 episodes in the Boba Fett and Peacemaker. Which one do you like more?
It is close, but I'd say I'm leaning more towards Boba Fett.
Good.
I've been really enjoying Peacemaker.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, there are some faults of Boba Fett's that we'll definitely talk about. But overall, great show. It's just unfortunately going up against Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's start off with Boba Fett. What did you guys think? It's called Episode 4, The Gathering Storm. It's directed by Kevin Tancherino, right? Which you might know from Mortal Kombat 2010. He also did Glee in 3D. He did some episodes of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Titans, The CW Flash, and Iron Fist.
This is directed Boba Fett?
Yeah, this episode of Boba Fett.
Okay.
Interesting. It's a wide resume right there, from Mortal Kombat to Glee. And everything in between.
I'm trying to remember what happens. Basically, I think it's like the last flashback.
That's what I was. We're not sure yet, but it seems like it for sure. So we open up on a gorgeous shot of like the bacta tank, right, and the 2 legendary sons of Tatooine in the background. I thought it was like a really beautiful like opening shot. But then we go straight into another flashback with Tamar Morrison. How old do you think that he is? Do you know how old Boba Fett is?
Imagine like his 50s.
He's 61. He looks fantastic for his age.
Yeah. Well, if you shave your head, you can pretty much like pass from like 35.
You're somewhere between 40 and 70. Yeah.
I mean, look at Patrick Stewart. He's like the same age his entire career.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
So, but yeah, I think it showed how he found Fennec Shand and
right. What'd you think about the bantha? Right, we got a really up close and personal look at that bantha.
Oh yeah, well he
like
had to put up his bantha because he got his ship back.
Like the tongue was moving. It was looking in its lips, and like he had some big old chompers. Like definitely the closest we've ever gotten to one of these things. And I know it was like all puppetry. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then we saw the flashbangs from Mando. I thought that was like a nice little tie-in. Like it's not in your face. It's not like, oh hey look, you guys remember like it didn't like cut away to like Mando doing his thing from a different series.
That sort of made me think like the flashbacks have finally caught up with.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, which makes me wonder, did they need flashbacks at all, or could they have told this in a more linear storyline?
Like
could they have just started with him with the Tusken Raiders?
Yeah. I don't know. I think they just wanted to add some backstory and like basically it's his motivation.
It just feels like they were kind of being fancy. Like usually, like if you're doing like this back and forth, there's like some kind of reveal going on, right? But this just seemed like the story wasn't interesting enough, so they had to do some like dramatic or storytelling elements to add some flavor to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's done. He's done with the bacta tank. So I guess we're done with the flashbacks.
So you are all healed.
Yeah. So I think it was like a
little less scarring on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he goes. He finds Shan. He saves her life. He takes her to the mod shop, right? Which is, I guess, they found the cleanest place on Tatooine where there's no sand.
Mm-hmm.
So good for the mods.
And what do you think about her getting the surgery? Now she's like part machine.
Yeah, so I think they alluded to that earlier in the episodes when they were talking about like how she's like part mod or part machine. And that one guy was talking about modded people.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought it was an interesting scene. I think that was like a musician who did it, Thunder something. Thundercat operated on her.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that guy was. Apparently, didn't he have like some sort of weird name in the credits?
Yeah, I think that was Thundercat.
Oh, his name is Thundercat.
Yeah, I think he's like a famous, like, I think he's like a musician. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's like a big running joke online that like the Book of Boba Fett is just like Dave Filoni playing with like his toy chest, right? He's getting out all of his favorite, like, his old Boba Fett, action figure. He's acting out all these scenes like we all did, growing up, making up our own movies and shit. But these mods feel like action figures from a different franchise that got thrown in the Star Wars toy chest box. Like they don't really feel like they belong there. They are very shiny, and it's just distracting. And they are really doubling down on it. Or am I being pedantic? Does anyone else care?
Well, I think what stood out to me was, I think this episode, I think it was better than the third one at least, but I think like the where they get the ship back, the fire spray thing. So that was, I think, the highlight of the show for me, because I think that we would want to see the ship,
right?
Or how it got it back.
The fire spray.
Jabba's
palace is huge.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was that big.
Oh yeah, well, it's got a huge basement. It's got to keep a Rancor down.
Yeah, that's true. What about you, Rob?
What about when the Rancor just came up under the dinner table?
Yo, can we talk about how Boba Fett is the world's worst negotiator? Like, he basically bartered down to, how about this, guys? Fuck it. I'll do all the work. We can all reap the benefits. And all I ask in return is that you don't stab me in the back. Like, what a bad negotiator.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's only 3 episodes left, right? So
yeah,
I think next episode will be a little bit more.
We're gonna see Mando, right? We heard
we got
the theme, we got the music at the end. Well, it's like, how much credits do you have? Don't worry about credits. I need muscle. Credits by muscle, and then it's like Mando theme. God, such a good theme song. I'm so pumped for Mando to come back. And we're gonna have
this year or next year?
I think next year. I think we're gonna have, or at the end of this year, we're gonna have a Grogu-less season, I think. So maybe Mando can go back to doing more bounty hunter things, but who knows?
I'm sure Grogu will have a cameo, but yeah, I don't really remember much from the episode. Like, they got the ship back. He had the meeting with the crime lords and says, like, I'm going to
ran over he did a drive-by on the bikers.
Oh yeah.
What'd you guys think about that? That was kind of a bitch move. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. He was like,
versus them on.
And like, hold on. Have those
bikes.
Those bikers have never heard of like evasive maneuvering or turning left or right.
Oh yeah,
they did shot, and they just we're gonna keep driving.
They didn't turn it all. Yeah, you're right.
Like lambs to the slaughter. And I was like, wait, is this the most feared reviled bounty hunter in the galaxy? Is just
they killed his tribe. He was
just shooting down bikers like womp rats in a barrel. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's why they didn't care about just like coming back after him when they were when the mayor paid him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there was a bunch of them. That biker gang was bigger than that. I remember it being, or bigger than they had shown before.
Oh, we got to mention the Sarlacc pit, of course. And the thing that bothered me about this episode was he should have known that his armor was in there.
That's what I kept saying. Like, your armor is not down there. Why do you?
Like, you
I didn't understand why you thought his armor was in there.
No, it seemed so stupid. It seemed like
he climbed out at the very beginning with his armor on.
Yeah, but like, he was delusional. Let's say he forgets that. Okay, fine. What'd you do? Strip down naked and then get out of the Sarlacc pit? Like, why would that armor still be down? Like,
I don't. Yeah,
you came out with your armor
yelling.
on.
I was yelling at my TV on that part of the episode.
Like, I think the whole reason they wanted to do that was just to use like the sonic boom from the prequel trilogy, which everyone loves.
Show a little more of the Snorlax.
It's such a
good
yeah,
I know the noise you're
sound.
talking about.
Right when he drops the pulsar, right? But all he could have done, they could have had like a really fun scene where like not Mando, but where like Boba Fett just flies by, drops one of those things and flicks off the Sarlacc, and then they drive away, and then they cut to like a sky view, and you see like the fire slave one, whatever the ship's called, right? You see it coming like towards the camera, and then like the Sarlacc just explodes like down below him. Like that would have been like so cinematically like beautiful. But instead they said like 4 minutes of them doing the dumbest thing and sticking your head inside of a Sarlacc pit. Like what was he doing? And how is the ship even?
And then
staying...
he went down there in robes, came out with all
which
the
made me
acid
think
on it.
that the acid's not that acidic. Like I was like, it takes a couple thousand years for the Sarlacc to melt its lunch.
Yeah, you want him to go down real slow then.
Yeah,
I didn't understand that part either. Like he had to have known he got out with his armor at least.
Yeah, they just needed a reason to revisit the Sarlacc pit.
I think I think the reason was he was trapped in the Sarlacc pit and he wanted to kill it. That should have been the only reason he needed. He should have just flown by, dropped the bomb, and
but
fucking
to get
flipped
his
it off on
armor.
the way. Yeah, the armor was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like something else, like I dropped like something in my pocket.
Yeah, because he was knocked out for when they were taking his armor.
Yeah.
But I mean, he should have known that he couldn't have gotten out without it. But I mean, it's just sort of like they just wanted to kill.
It's just like the only reason
out when he
armor would
out?
be there is if he took his armor off and then got out of the Sarlacc pit, which wouldn't have made any sense.
Unless he's saying it melted, but then there wouldn't be armor.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Unless it melted, but in that case, why are you going back for the armor? And he said that Beskar, which I think this is confirmation that his armor. I think this is the first official confirmation that his armor is actually Beskar, so that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot about BK. Black Chrysanthemum gets a job.
Oh, that's right. Yes, and he ripped off that guy's arm.
Now that is how you do fan service. That's a very nice, subtle nod back to Han and Luke talking in A New Hope when Han talks about Chewbacca being a Wookiee, and that they're known for ripping their arms off. Like that's a very nice, subtle nod.
Oh yeah.
So I thought like that's how you do fan service. Like that's how you do a deep cut for the fans right there. I thought that was really nice. And then for the viewers, for those who don't know, the Tradoshans, the lizard people he beats up, right?
Yeah, he kept looking at them.
They infamously enslave Wookiees and hunt them for sport. So if you don't know that, then I don't think there's any reason for BK's motivation to fight these random people besides looking badass. Because he looked way more badass and way more brutal than he did fighting the mods inside of Jabba's palace.
Yeah.
Like that was a completely different fighter right there. Someone's throwing their punches. Cool. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's the highlights of the episode.
Stabbed him in the tank or grab him, throw him across the room.
Right. Just drown him.
Yeah,
cut off the air supply and
cut off the oxygen. He's already in a tank of water. Sit on it. You can't get out of it.
Well, I think I don't know. I guess he's officially part of his cadre now. So I noticed they didn't include the biker gang at all in this one.
The mods now, except for the beginning.
I'd say that this was didn't been the last episode, but definitely a setup episode more so than an actual.
Oh yeah, we're just waiting for Mando now.
Yeah, and by episode, I would go towards like Peacemaker. Like they had more going on with some of the recent episodes. Finally finding out Project Butterfly.
Right, who his dad is. So many things.
Yeah,
so many questions answered. So many more
like
questions.
I didn't know anything about his dad.
Like, why is this racist hit?
And then all of a sudden they go to this like another dimension closet.
Quantum closet.
Yeah, what did he call it? It was something with storage in it.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was nice and fancy. I didn't see that coming. It was great. Yeah.
Like, who is
Any other
this guy?
thoughts for Boba Fett before we switch over to Peacemaker?
Any last thoughts? No, I think it was.
We see Mando, and we're going to see Mando next week. Do you think we're also going to see
That'd be
Bo-Katan?
awesome.
See who?
Bo-Katan.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't think
from
so.
The Mandalorian. Probably not. Probably just him.
You think he's gonna show up in like current time? Because
Yeah.
it's gonna be in a flashback when he gets his armor, huh?
No, hopefully it's going to be in current time. Like they're going to call for his help to defeat the Pikes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Sweet. So switching over to Peacemaker, right? I have one question for you, and that's: do you really want to taste it? What goes up must come down.
Well, I think
An
Vigilante-
intro you don't usually skip.
I haven't skipped it yet.
I think Vigilante definitely stole the show this episode with in prison.
I definitely started liking him,
good.
him a little more lately.
And you said that was a separate. You said that's a
character.
different actor than originally.
Yeah, and I guess they just didn't have their. Since you don't see his face anyway.
All right, you can switch it out pretty much. You only see in the beginning when he's doing his butt dance. I'm doing
Oh,
my butt
yeah.
dance, my butt dance, my butt. Hey, you want to go to my abortion? No, I don't want to go to your abortion. The dialogue is just so
I didn't
great.
even
The
really
acting's
notice.
fantastic. But yeah, so I was kind of disappointed in the fact that I thought we were gonna get they had a big reveal at the end of last episode what Project Butterfly was. It was an actual butterfly, and I was really really looking forward to this episode being the exposition dump. But we found out that we didn't get to find out what butterflies are, but we found out someone on the team's a butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yes.
Was it Crimson Myrrh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Crimson Myrrh. So he's definitely a butterfly. And
Did you guys see that coming?
So
It's
I
so
would
obvious.
take out all the
It's so obvious in retrospect. In hindsight, it's so obvious.
Yeah, he seemed a little different.
Yeah, I mean, he talks about not having
how he never
emotions.
has feelings.
Yeah, I don't have feelings.
Yeah.
And he's like, I feel chilly. Do you really? No, but I thought it was a room for growth. So
It didn't even hit me till like they showed that.
And you know, I blame Heartgrave because Heartgrave was like, "Who's the mole? Who's the leak?" Well, she's like, "It can't be you, Myrrh, because you're the one who told us about the butterflies. It can't be me." So I let this bitch over here talk me completely out of seeing this guy coming. Obviously, this man was a butterfly. And I used to
what does he have against the
indirectly.
butterflies? I wonder what his
I mean, clearly, butterfly and butterfly
His
violence
goal is.
It's not going to stop, guys. Let's get this hashtag going. That's a great question. I'd imagine
is he working
good
for them,
butterflies and
giving them
bad
information
butterflies?
about butterflies?
I have no idea. How convenient is it that it's happening in Peacemaker's hometown, though?
Yeah.
I thought that this episode, I was like, oh, he's back at his house. Man, that's really convenient. This is happening like in his neighborhood.
Oh yeah, and his dad gonna reach that detective?
Probably. I like how his dad was like
Keeps calling for that detective.
screaming for a cop.
Yeah,
He's
because
like,
like,
I'm gonna
if-
snitch. I'm gonna snitch. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
aren't you gonna
basically
get
gave it away.
stabbed in prison.
basically
Don't
gave it
stitch.
away
Don't
that he's
snitches get
there to
stitches. Yeah, but that guy was scary.
Shut him up.
Yeah, Vigilante fucked up. He's like, you're a bad dad. He's like, oh, he's gonna kill me.
He's like, oh, I know. Yeah, and that's what he was like. Yeah, I think I made it worse.
That was a really touching scene.
Yeah.
Harker's going on me for sure. I really
First
enjoyed.
time you see
this
him
whole
with a
episode.
little-
Abadiah like convincing Vigilante, like tricking Vigilante into going in there to kill his dad.
And him grabbing the trash can. Just
Oh
all
yeah, for
slowly.
everybody.
God, and it was
All
so
the
heavy.
cops watching him.
They're
Like,
just like eating their sandwich.
what
Like,
is
what's he
this
gonna
guy
do?
doing?
That was great.
that was a funny scene. Just to get thrown in jail.
Yeah, it's not until after he throws it and it like cracks the window do the cops even fucking react.
Well, they're just like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I do like how small that prison is, and there was like 20 guards outside, like all having lunch at the same time, made me think there's no one inside working. They just all take a lunch break together.
Good time
Yeah,
to
it
stay.
does
Well,
seem very big.
prisoners are all napping, I guess.
Yeah, nap time. Mommy and Daddy are gonna get. So, what'd you think overall? I mean, White Dragon, the dad's definitely got to get out of prison. He's gonna snitch, get out of
Something's
prison.
gonna happen.
That way they can have a fight, like a showdown, because obviously Peacemaker needs to fight White Dragon. First off, that costume is too dope not to put on.
Yeah, they can't just tease that.
You can't just put down a
never
mannequin and call it a day. I mean, don't get me wrong, racism is terrible, right? Like, fuck the White Dragon, but that's a dope costume. Like,
Well,
that's a very accurate
There's a
representation
racist
from
with the name White Dragon.
Well, do you think his brother's going to come to come to play?
Isn't his brother dead?
I don't know.
It seemed like it. John,
Okay.
it kind of seemed like my interpretation was that John Cena killed his brother on accident, and that's why his dad hates him so much.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I thought that scene where his dad makes him kill that guy tied in the chair was like wow.
Yeah, strong.
Yes.
Good stuff, James Gunn. But that really explains a lot. Just Peacemaker crying on the bed, just a fantastic scene.
I'm working on my face muscles, or what did he say?
Oh,
That's exactly it. That was from the
So he was like in his t-shirt and jeans and dancing to was it Motley Crue or was it I don't know, an 80s band? I don't know. I'm not
more
into
80s hair metal.
Yeah.
I wonder where he's gonna find that diary. I wonder what's in the diary.
Whose diary is it?
It's his diary.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't he already know?
Oh, I forgot.
That's a good
that.
point. Why would they need it then? Maybe they need it just to learn more about. Oh, maybe they stole his diary to learn more about Peacemaker and who Peacemaker is.
Yeah.
Who knows? I can't wait to watch every episode 2 or 3 times and find out.
I know. There's only, I think there's 4 left, so I think this will go on a week after.
Week after Boba Fett.
Yeah. So, trying to remember.
So, I mean, we all like Peacemaker way more, but we talked a lot more about Boba Fett, but I think that's just because I took copious
There's
notes.
just so much like Easter eggs they're gonna do. So
yeah. But overall, just very impressed, very happy with the episode and where things are going. I guess that does. Oh, so we find out Peacemaker stole the butterfly.
Yeah,
oh, that's right.
He said he shot him.
Oh,
Put him in a jar.
And don't forget, Judo Master was like, the butterflies aren't what you think. So
Did you see when he was smoking and then he blew into the
and then he blew into the butterfly,
jar?
and butterfly got, yeah. And then in the end, he's just on the ground, and Eagly comes up to comfort him, and the butterfly.
Yeah, the butterfly
rolls
rolls over. Rolls a jar over.
Very good scenes, James Gunn. Very good scenes.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I definitely think it's the best thing to come out of the DCEU.
Yeah, I like how they can be a little darker than Marvel.
Right? I actually just watched Injustice on HBO Max yesterday, the 2021 animated Justice League movie based on Injustice comic book and video game series. And it was very good. I enjoyed it. It's very dark, obviously. Superman kills his pregnant wife. It's about as dark as it gets for Superman.
Oh, doesn't
speaking of dark superheroes, what about The Boys?
Yeah, I can't wait for The Boys to come back.
Out?
June or July.
God, Homelander is dark, man. And he's got that smile right in the front that everybody sees, but some of the stuff he's done.
Are you referring to the teaser trailer? Because dude, he looked like he was about to lose it.
Yeah.
With that smile, and it just starts to fade, and he gets a little crazy.
He's just a ticking time bomb, man.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Running on milk over here.
That's just like, who can stop him?
His son.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where it's gonna go.
Yeah, it's got to be headed in that direction.
That or Black New Orleans.
And we're gonna have like a Invincible live action kind of thing happening, maybe.
That would be dope. I'd be down with that. Can't wait for Invincible too.
Oh man, me neither.
2022 is gonna be a dark year.
I've watched the first season like a few times just because I was rewatching it with friends.
Invincible.
Yeah, Invincible.
That's so good.
Oh yeah, that's coming out later today or later this year, hopefully.
It was like today.
Yeah, I was like, well,
I'd
time
be
to
like,
hop
"Oh,
up this
what's the
podcast and go watch this.
Jeff Bezos is like, "Have I got a surprise for you?"
Oh man, yeah, there's some good stuff coming out. Disney just keeps on cranking out their Marvel content.
And Star Wars. Lots of Star Wars.
Yeah,
coming
and
out
Star
too.
Wars.
What did you guys think about the helmets?
Getting
So,
used to that.
one thing I had, you saw him go into his dad's closet and get all the helmets.
Oh, that was so funny. He's just like thinking of which one to grab,
Like,
and then he
this
just
one?
grabs a duffel
This
bag
one?
and like hurriedly starts grabbing all of them.
He's like, let me grab all of these. And I want to point out that he grabbed the helmet from the post-credit scenes of episode 1. He grabbed the scurvy helmet. I wonder if that's going to come into play.
Helmet.
Yeah, for the post-credit scene in episode 1. And he's talking to his dad in the closet.
I'd have to go
he's like,
back and
what does this helmet do?
see all the ones he listed.
It's like, it gives you scurvies. He's like, why would I want that? It's like, every man has scurvies once. Makes you tougher.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
might
definitely
rewatch
go
those
back and
'cause I totally missed that.
Yeah,
I remember him saying like
some
X-ray
post-credit scenes.
vision and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was in the actual episode. Yeah, go back and watch the post.
Oh, it was an after credit scene?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I usually been watching those. Maybe I missed that one though.
I missed the first one. I had to go back and rewatch it. It was before I knew that they had post-credit scenes. It's episode 1.
Yeah, they're usually just like extra scenes that didn't make it in there, but they're usually pretty funny.
Right. I love them. And I love this episode. But that's pretty much all I have for it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely, I think, a big hit for HBO. So.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to see what the
it's
other
been
helmets
making me
do.
keep my subscription, so I guess it's working.
You hear that? Keep it up, motherfuckers.
Yeah, because I'm like about to cancel, and then they're like, "Oh, look at this new show that's come out."
You're like, oh, this is actually pretty good. All right, I'm
God
on.
damn it!
Shut up and
They're
take my
sucking
money.
me in.
no,
Yeah, and how
hey,
they've
they
been
can take
how
my
they've been
money.
putting movie theater movies out on
Yeah.
HBO first day.
Fuck you, Disney.
I enjoy going to the theater, but man, that's just kind of convenient.
It's-
Especially if you got the
You get a nice
especially if
TV
you
at
got the
home.
subscription, it doesn't cost any. Well, it's costing you something, but
It's not costing you
not half
extra.
the time.
Yeah, you don't have to spend an extra $30 like you did for Mulan on Disney Plus.
Yeah, because sure, the ticket's like under $20, but then they're expensive as concession stand.
You gotta drive. That's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a good episode. I think I like the third one a little bit better, but I don't know. I actually did like the jail scene with Vigilante a lot. So
Yeah, Vigilante, a little badass. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
excited to see where this goes.
Yeah,
that was a
me
good,
too.
that was a good reveal with Myrrh being a butterfly. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I'm curious where that's gonna go.
we'll see where the other helmets do.
I guess he's like a good butterfly, or maybe he's a
Some-
undercover butterfly.
Who knows? Is Judo a butterfly?
I don't know.
I'd imagine so because he was working
Is
bodyguards. with-
Peacemaker a butterfly?
Am I a
That would be
butterfly?
the ultimate twist.
That would be the ultimate twist if he was a butterfly.
His friend's a butterfly. That's why he doesn't mind killing everybody. That'd be
Oh,
crazy.
Vigilante's a butterfly? That's not a bad idea. That's why he's a psychopath. I like that theory. That's a good one.
That he just doesn't care about shooting all those people. He's just humming. Just,
Pow.
pow.
Shoot the kid, shoot the other kid. But I can't shoot the dad.
Oh yeah, he was like, he's a psychopath. We need a psychopath right now.
Yeah, we need a psychopath right now, and they do.
So, all right. Well, that's really all I have.
And that's all I have.
Yeah.
Well, if you enjoyed this episode, enjoyed the episodes of Peacemaker or Boba Fett, if you have any recommendations on the podcast, what we should watch next, please tweet at us at Zealot Podcast on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you.
All right. I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
I'm Robbie.
and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening, guys.